Hey everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome back to yet another Etheria restart video. So as we are on our quest to explore for the most auto-friendly teams, we have finally come to one with a 80+% win rate on auto against Shadow Flame Hoyan Inferno right here. And it's without Celince, by the way. So I know Celince is not a unit which people built up, and I personally don't have a Celince, so I have to find an alternative to actually clear this stage on auto. So right here we found one, and without further ado, let's talk about the team. But before we start talking about the team itself, just a disclaimer, yesterday I released a video for Rengokusu auto. Apparently it's not very auto because the affinity of Rengokusu can change and it might affect the outcome, so there's a lot more RNG factor to consider. That's why I deleted the yesterday's Rengokusu video, because it's not consistent because of the boss. Okay, yesterday's team was the best team, but it's not the most auto-friendly team. Now, with that disclaimer out of the way, let us start today's Shadow Flame Hoyan Inferno auto team. Okay, so for this strat, we'll call it the Rising Dragon Great War strat. So not Great War China, because it's not from a China player or CM player. So this is called the Great War Rising Dragon strat, or Rising Dragon Great War strat, because we have Kachi the God with Codex of Magic. So this dragon will dance and give you that 2-turn ultimate casting to get the double immunity stacks going turn after turn. That's one. And for this unit, ideally you want your speed to be above 230. I think 230 is just nice, slightly faster than Hoyan. So you want to get your buff up to get the defense up, as well as the immunity up to reduce damage from Hoyan. So this unit really good in consistent auto runs. I've been using him a lot, loving him. Double Codex just allows you to stack on top of your buff after like one turn has passed. So I learned this from the Sharon Inferno run for Kachi right here. So you want to have a lot of effect accuracy, because the critical success as well as the success trigger is based off the effect accuracy right here. So that's for Kachi the God. Okay, and then for the speed itself, like I mentioned earlier, ideally 230, can be above but not below. I think 225, 230 is the range. Can't remember the exact number, but that's for Kachi the God. And then obviously, before you guys go, oh no, it's Shadow Sania again, oh no, it's Lily again. Unfortunately for this Hoyan fight over here, Lily plus Sania is the most consistent damage dealer to bring the boss down ASAP. I've tried my D-ting with Lily. I've tried D-ting with other combinations, but it doesn't work because they're not fast enough. The summons as well as Hoyan's damage output is so much that it will eventually bring down your team. So as of the current status, we are still doing a race against time kind of strategy with Lily as well as Shadow Sania. So Shadow Sania and Lily, they are the Great War strategy, because they are running the double Artisan right here with a whole ton of speed as well as effect accuracy for our Shadow Sania, and then Lily right here with a whole lot of speed and also Artisan for the Great War protection. So the idea of running Artisans is to give us the double war to protect our Shadow Sania, most importantly, because if she gets sniped off, that's where our run fails. So there is this possibility, but right now I haven't gotten my Colossal Guard yet. But once I get the Colossal Guard, I think we should be able to greatly increase the consistency even further, because Colossal Guard gives us additional defense and effect resistance against the boss. So that's for Shadow Sania together with Lily as the core. So Linglor right here is the healer, and technically she summons a whale, but the whale also flies in the air, so technically another dragon, I guess, water dragon. So this perfect sound waves gives you that buff extension, I mean the immunity, sorry, as well as the heal. So this will help to keep your team healthy. There's also the dispel and also the buff extension with heal on Echo Symphony right here. So my Linglor is built with speed as well as cure for increased healing effect. So this healing effect combined with the defense up and all the immunity stacking will be able to protect my allies better to eventually DOT the boss down. Okay, so let's start the battle. We're gonna run through the auto battle to talk about the different variances as well as the cycling of the skills and what could happen that could screw up the run. So right here, Kachi needs to be around 225, 230 to be faster than Hoyan. So you get the defense up to reduce Hoyan's first attack. So that's important, because if your Kachi is slower, Hoyan's gonna do a lot of damage to the first guy, and that first guy taking a lot of damage has a high chance of getting sniped off. So this is where you need to tune up your Kachi speed a little bit. Either tuning your Lily speed down so that you can transfer the gear to Kachi. And right here, the effect accuracy helps with extending our buff duration, as well as obviously the 4-turn defense up right here. So with all this shield, defense up, with all the will prayer and also the immunity, our whole team is well protected from status debuff, and we are just trying to race against time to jam in DOT on the boss itself. So like I mentioned earlier, one way you can fail the run is if Shadow Sania gets sniped off. Another way is if your Kachi's critical success or success don't proc that often, you might not get that stacking on your defense efficiency from the different buffs over here. So that's 2 ways. Let me think about whether or not there's other ways that this run could fail. I think another way this could fail is if your Shadow Sania keeps on missing on DOT. I think that is probably the dumbest way to fail. I think effectively more than 180% effect accuracy is enough to consistently get your DOT onto this boss. So that's for the DOT part. But as you guys can see, we are able to survive and stack a whole bunch of DOT on the boss and then win without any units dying. Okay, so we're gonna do maybe 2 more runs to just showcase like what's the other scenarios that could happen. And I believe not everyone will be able to build up this comp fully, because you probably need at least 2 of the triple matrixes effect onto your shells. So one would be, I'll say, Lingluo's one, hopefully, because Lingluo's Evil Guard's increased heal is one that increases healing a lot, and that is one that increases consistency. Another one would probably be the Colossal Guard, if you can, but you can survive without it if you have all the gears to bump up the defense of your units. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I think from the looks of it, as long as you get your critical strike right here, you get your great success, you get a whole bunch of defense and your will prayer extension, your units probably don't die, right? Unless like some weird ass crit shenanigans happen and then your units die and then you just fail the run itself. So it's unfortunate that we still have to rely on Shadow Sania right now, but I'll try my best to sort of experiment and try and error with other combination of carries to see whether or not we can actually come up with other combination of units to clear this run other than the Shadow Sania Lily carry strategy. Yeah, so right here, Alisan providing the shield so that we reduce the possibility of our Sania dying, and then she gets healed back up, and then voila, we are done with the run itself. Yeah, so I think once I get my Kachi's steadfast demeanor to level 5 with the increased success rate of the effect accuracy as well as the critical success rate, we should be able to get that double turn immunity and the increased duration on the defense up. So that's with regards to our Kachi moving forward. So yeah, more than enough. We have did enough damage before Sania fall, and the next tick should be able to bring down the boss. So right here, even if Sania fell, yep, we're able to take down the boss right here, as you guys can see. So pretty consistent stuff, and right now it's about I'll say 80+% win rate. Yeah, but it should be 100% once we get all our triple matrixes, all our units to level 50, and also get most of our important skills leveled up. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.